All right, conversation with car salesman 101. Eric, I want to ask you the question today about male and female relationships. What is your take on in a relationship? Should it be 50-50 or 60-40? I mean, just basically, what is your take on male and female relationship?
Well, first, I'm kind of old-fashioned, and so I believe if you study history and you look at the relationships in the 40s and 50s, after Prohibition or whatever, or maybe your grandfather and your grandmother, where your grandfather worked at the steel plant or the mill, and he went to work every day, came home. The wife basically stayed in the house. She cooked. She made sure the kids were ready for school, properly dressed, whatever. Those relationships lasted a lifetime. If you look at today's society, and especially in our community, the black community, black women are so independent. They make the most money. They own the home now, the black women, and the relationship isn't 50-50. It's more, in some relationship it is 50-50, but more so you see a lot of women taking care of men, and it's not the natural order of things. I'm a firm believer in a man should take care of a woman. It's his job, it's his responsibility as a man to provide for not only his wife, but his kids as well. And I think relationships, when everybody's playing their role, they last longer. And so that's just me. I feel like a relationship shouldn't be 50-50. It should be, the man should be the sole provider. And I understand with everything that we've been through as a people, and that black men are not a lot of times in the position, like myself, not in the position to take care of our wives or our spouses, or mates or whatever. But we have to get back to that old-fashioned way of not just thinking, that old-fashioned way of taking responsibility for our families.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question then. You just made mention that a lot of the black women today are independent, and I think I seen one consensus where they were saying that black women as a whole make more money than the black man. So, with this being true, and with the black woman's newfound independence, as they say, I mean, wouldn't it be hard to approach a black woman if she has this type of mindset? How hard would it be for a black man to really approach a black woman to where he could get on a level where he could really take care of her?
Right, and I agree. Sometimes it is difficult to approach these women, especially when they're so independent. But I think if you can get we can get our sisters to see that relationships are better, they're healthier, they last longer when we're taking care of them. I truly believe that we are kings and they are queens. And if you notice, like, whenever you base that relationship off that thought process, then it lasts longer. So it's not so much trying to take away their independence. It's just, all right, this is my job. You're my wife. You bring me joy. It's my job to take care of you. If we're in a situation where you make a certain amount of money and you bring some to the table, that's just a bonus. I don't want your mentality to think that, hey, I got to get up every day and work to support myself and my family. That's my job. And, as long as I'm healthy, as long as I'm able and in my right state of mind, that's my job to take care of you as a man, to take care of his woman.
But now, what I'm saying, isn't it a give and take situation where morally, spiritually, and even sometimes physically, as you're taking care of her and supporting her, she's supporting you as well?
Right, and it's a give and take relationship. Just because my role is to protect and provide doesn't mean that she don't have a role to nurture the kid. I think if you look at what's
she's a caretaker.
Right, she's a caretaker. And, in the scripture it say helpmate. So what I look at that is we both have different roles, which is, I don't think people realize how important the mother's role is in the child's life today. If you're at work and you're working 40 hours a week, 8 hours a day, and you come home stressed, and how much of that time do you think that is going to hurt or hinder the growth of the children. And I think when mothers were, because we drop kids off on babysitters so much and just, give them a phone, let them play, and we don't really interact with them. And so when the man is being the provider or the bulk of the providing for the family, then the woman has more time to nurture the kids. And you'll notice, back in the day when men went to work and women stayed home and cooked, the kids were better because they was with that mother, and they had that motherly love. The father was just like the guidance and the discipline. And so we're kind of off balance.
Well, that's what I want to say. To bring back proper balance to a household, as we say, there needs to be the feminine energy as well as the masculine. And it has to balance one another.
It has to balance, it does.
And that perfect balance, the thing that we have to ask ourselves, who is defining the balance we have in our homes today? If it's our society or is it coming from with the home?
It's our society. It's not from the home. And the reason why is the society, because society tells us, not everybody, but the majority, society tells us how we should act, how we should dress, how we should talk. And, we don't go off, our conscious mind or subconscious mind. We go off what we see on TV, what we hear on the radio.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And that's just not the case. They're defining the balance in the home. And, there is no balance. The woman work, the man work. There's no balance.
The kids play on, on the game,
right.
A tablet or phone. So the thing is to put everything back in proper perspective. I think that we have to reach back to our roots, our culture, and just really, the main thing is to be able to tap within. Mm-hmm. We have to listen to the voices of those that went before us.
Right.
Because those are the shows